Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Texas Racing is back. Texas Racing has been back, but this is my second race of the year and my first one to have any cameras on the bike. So we're going to dive in and do a race analysis of the Turbovelo Cat 3-4 race. So this field is just above 50 people, and it's in Breckenridge Park in Richardson, Texas. This is my first time riding out here, and it's a pretty cool course, honestly. A nice loop. The only thing that was odd to me were all the drainage dips in the road. So there were actually some little streams almost on the course in each of these dips. Big teams represented here are Skyline Cadence, Pegasus Cycling, and United. All three of those have a decent presence in the DFW cycling scene. Turbovelo only charges $20 to race, and it doesn't cost any more to race multiple fields, which is pretty tight. They do use chips, and I don't own a chip, so I rented one. So to race 2 races for the night, I think it cost me $27, which is pretty awesome. Super accessible for people to get out here and get some reps in. There's a couple man breakaway off the front, and then one guy trying to bridge. This race is hard to get a breakaway to stick because you can see around so much of the course. You can see riders even if they're pretty far ahead, so that rabbit is always there to chase. The course is right around 1 mile long, which is actually kind of long for a crit loop. And I think we ended up doing 11 laps. This is actually a pretty short crit for Cat 3-4s, at least for what I'm used to. We finished just under the 30-minute mark, but it wasn't a huge deal. I hopped in the A race, the P123, which was about 40 minutes, and raced that whole thing, so ended up getting about 70 minutes of racing in my legs for the evening, which is pretty solid for a Tuesday night. My goal for this race was just to sit in, conserve energy, maybe go with an attack here and there, but really just use it to learn the types of riders I'm going to be racing with throughout the year, learn the course, and just get some racing back into my legs. honestly, for Cat 3-4 field, the racing was pretty solid. It was very safe, which is not the most common. So I didn't have any real issues with people deviating from lines or just riding sketchy. It seemed like a pretty well-experienced group of dudes. The beauty of being in a race that has a few teams that are well represented is that I really didn't have to chase anything down. I think this is really the only time I got on the hoods in the race. I really don't ride in the drops very much just on the road, but anytime I'm in a crit, I make sure I'm in the drops just so I don't hook any bars with anyone. Seems like that habit has kind of gone away in the peloton. Honestly, even though we're not keeping a super high pace, this is more time on the front than I should have spent. Like I said, my goal was to conserve energy, and I'm sitting high 180s, just chilling in the first couple wheels. There's no real reason to do this, and something I should avoid in the future. Little grass riding from Cadence Rider just ahead. buddy here on Skyline Cadence needs to get a little more sponsor correct. He's riding his Azos jersey, but on some map bibs. They're ringing a bell for the Gambler's Preem, and I definitely thought that was the last lap to go bell. So you'll see near the end of this lap, I spend quite a bit more energy than I need to, thinking we're gearing up for the finish. And here I am just moving up way too much, thinking that that was the finish and I was getting fourth, but it was not. Still have one lap to go, and I am ticking back into the 190s when I should be chilling. And boom, there it is. The first Tuesday night crit. Ended up getting 5th place. I'll drop it right here. All right, between Driveway and Turbovelo, we'll be getting 2 to 3 crit videos out to you a week. So be sure to keep your eyes peeled, like and subscribe so you can see them in the future.